Hello everyone, Nathan S. Nathan from Queens, Ultimate Traders on Reddit. So this is the third and last video I was going to present today, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, 2021. So one person from my elite group was saying, am I concerned if things will drop and never come back, or they won't come back for a long period of time. Although anything is possible, I won't say it's impossible, anything is possible. I try to take all the steps as a day trader so that that won't happen. It could happen, but I do the best I can to prevent it. So last year, the year 2020, with the pandemic and everything, I made one bad trade in Tailored, which TLRD, which they announced bankruptcy because of the pandemic, which became TLRDQ. Now, I did trade it a lot before I bought it in January, and it was my fault for not taking the profits on it. Because I bought it at 350. It went up to 365 almost immediately. Even the next day, I think it was like 360 or 359. And instead of taking the 365, I tried to get 370. And then where did I sell it? I sold it in December for tax loss. I sold it for 25 cents. Now, Tailored, TLRDQ, because it was bankrupt, is delisted. Because once you go in bankruptcy and they have a Q at the end of your ticker, the first in line is the creditors. It's up to them if the stock will continue to trade. So I took the loss. So what I'm saying is I took all the trades I trade. All the old limit traders know I trade. Especially elite group, the elite trading group, now they see how much I trade. So I haven't made one bad trade in 2021. And I made one bad round, which is a buy and sell, all of 2020. Now, I am down on NLS, Nautilus, from March 22nd, 1825 and 1860, which is not so bad. I have holdings like on Surf 3 weeks ago at 775. Today it almost hit 750. So what I'm saying is sometimes I do have to hold it, but rarely do I hold stocks. Sometimes I do. And when I do hold, it's maybe 2 to 4 days. And now why is this? So a lot of the stocks I've been trading since we had a correction, I think it was mid-March or late February, the first time we had several days of the Nasdaq being down 200, I stopped buying stocks that had no P or very high P, like 80 or 100. So those are rules that I have, that I follow. Because if you have those rules implemented and you're disciplined, you will not take heavy hits. Now, can I buy something like LDI, Loan Depot, like I did at 1925? Can it go down to 17? Can it go down to 16? Yes, it can. But it's not likely to stay there because they make money. And if it goes too low, they make money from their business. They can always announce a share buyback. So when you have a company with no PE or a very high PE, the company is usually not making any cash. So when the stock drops, there is no savior. No savior. Because if the company themselves can't go in and buy it, the only people that can buy it are other private firms, hedge funds, or bigger company. But I'm just using an example. Let's say Tesla. Let's say Tesla goes down a lot. Tesla's worth, what, $700 billion right now? Toyota actually sells way more cars, and Toyota's worth $200 billion. So Tesla would have to go down a lot for Toyota to be more valued. So the only people that could save Tesla right now if it drops is someone like Apple, someone like Google. What if they want to buy Tesla? So if Tesla keeps dropping and Cathie Wood keeps buying, it's going to continue to drop because Cathie Wood doesn't have $100 billion to save Tesla. So, and Tesla has $17 billion and they have $14 billion in debt. So they don't have cash and they don't generate cash to buy shares. So what that means is the stock can keep dropping. So I don't buy stocks like that when we have to go defensive. I mean, the last few weeks, We've been trading stuff like REITs, REITs. We've been trading banks. So can they drop? They can drop, but they usually don't drop so much. So the only thing that we've been trading that's very volatile, that could drop, is Tiger, TIGR. But luckily, we've been trading it so much that even if it were to drop, we've made so much in trades that it's going to offset even if we're down. For instance, right now, I actually did buy Tiger today also. I bought Tiger at 1850. May 5th, 2021, Cinco de Mayo, 1850. So let's just say that Tiger does drop to 1280, like it did a few weeks ago with the Chinese, with the Archegos, with the Chinese. The guy lost 20 or 30 billion dollars. Let's just say it drops down to 1280. So that's 550 from now. I made well over 550 on Tiger in the last 2 months. So can it happen? It could drop. But all in all, we're going to be positive. We're going to be positive. And most of the stocks that are in place right now are not that risky. Not that risky. I won't do it. Now, there are stocks that I like, but once the market was correcting and right now it's choppy, I removed a lot of those stocks. Stocks like VRM, Vroom. It's growing like at 40%, but they're not making money. GoodRx, GDRX, I removed it. Now, if it drops more, I might buy it again. But stocks like car parts, PRTS, they're not really making money but growing. And once it got up to a certain level, I removed them. So we're trying to be defensive. So is it possible? Am I worried that stocks are going to keep dropping? And is it possible? Yes, I am worried. It's possible. But we've already pivoted. We've been going defensive. And in the meantime, we've been trading these stocks over and over again, that even if things go bad, we're still on the green. We are still on the positive. But yes, I am fearful that a correction is possible. We've been dropping, so it's definitely possible. I can forecast a possible 20% drop, but I don't see anything more than 20%. Why? Because earnings are doing great. And they're flooding the economy with dollars. So when they're flooding the economy with dollars, people are going in and buying stocks. And if you see my other posts and videos, the stock market is a live auction. So as long as people have money and are bidding, stocks will not drop. Earnings are very good. Some of the companies that are making money are going in and doing buybacks. They're raising dividends. So these are things to prevent a big drop. Can it drop? Yes. Do I foresee it dropping more than 20%? No. Can it drop 10%? Yes. We've already dropped like 4 or 5% in the last 2 weeks. So do I fear a possible drop? Yes. Have we gone defensive? Yes. A few of our plays are like the last couple of days, we've been doing manufacturer, building. We've been doing banks. So those are not the stocks that are going to drop a lot. All right. Hope this makes you all feel better, elite traders, ultimate traders. We're here. We're going defensive just in case. We have a couple of tech stocks, but we're going mainly defensive.